Hi all, Planetside Agent here. Well, today I decided to show you all my take on the Pathfinder Bottle Bag Cook Kit that I got. um, I'll give a little background of why I got this, other than it's cool. uh, yeah, I got it mostly for used with my kayak. You know, I take the kayak off the car, put it down down by the water. Then I carry all the necessary gear, the PFD and my little fanny pack that has survival items and first aid kit and that sort of stuff in it that you need. And oftentimes my coffee, my breakfast, and of course a water bottle. And before I was just bringing a smaller water bottle like this one here, and because I get to slip it in my pocket. The big problem was, as we all know, when you're carrying a lot of gear, is it's oftentimes, unless you have big bags or something, you're going to run out of hands pretty quick. But I could manage to get everything down to the river with this in my pocket, and I thought, this it's only 18 ounces of water, which is okay for drinking, but if I needed to wash my hands off or something like that, I really needed a little bit more water. So that was one consideration. Another one, I wanted, of course, to bring a larger water bottle, and also needed something to carry it on. So I wanted something with a strap and maybe carry some other items. So as I was thinking about it, and I guess, maybe subconsciously I wanted an excuse to get this bag because I've seen a lot of videos on them, the different ones, and I think Maxpedition and a bunch of other people make them. In fact, I bought a inexpensive Chinese knockoff. It's a little bit smaller than this bag, for about $10. Just gonna build another kit around that, just for fun, really. And when I get that kind of finished, I'll probably do a video on it. But anyway. So, as being a prepper and a kind of guy, I got to thinking, well, I need a bag to carry the water bottle in. And then I thought, well, might as well just, have the other stuff that goes along with it, the pot and other items and stoves and stuff. So I just, this would be perfect. So I went ahead and I broke down and got it, and I'm really happy with it. So anyway, it's got all the standard stuff that comes with the Pathfinder kit. You've probably seen videos on it or looked at it online, but this is this is how I set mine up, mostly for kayaking. It's way too heavy for for me for using for skiing or hiking. For that, I just have stuff in my backpack. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you what I got here. So let's see, what should we start with? Yeah, we'll start with the outside pocket. What the heck? Let's see. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay, well, in here I got some hand sanitizer. That's always handy. Especially, if I have to get my hands in the water, like down on the slough, sometimes that water can be a little suspect. So it'd be nice to have this to wash them off. And then I have the spoons that come with it. Actually, a lot of this stuff from a survival standpoint is probably not necessary for me. I, like most of the kayaking I do is in the river here in town, which is, I can just pull off to the side and walk into town. It's not that big a deal. But sometimes I go up into the mountains, and I just like being prepared. If I never use it, it's still good. Like a fire extinguisher. You have that in your house, you hope to God you never use it, but it's good to have. So I got some matches. Hope you can see all this stuff. And now let me I have to kind of peek around the tripod to see what's in frame, since I'm using I use my iPhone for photographing all this stuff. So let's put it out here. Okay, and what else do I got in here? Here's the fire steel that comes with the kit. Actually, the kit's pretty complete. I really impressed with it. And here's the fish mouth spreader. I'm not going to cover a lot of this because, you know, I imagine a lot of you seen this stuff before. You can watch other people's videos. You know, I've watched a lot of videos on these different kits just because I like to see what other people do with theirs. I'm always interested, and that's kind of why I'm adding to the, you know, to the sea of videos. So, okay, I got the, here's the lid to the cook pot. And now I got it up here because I'll explain to you later why I just don't put it in the bottom of the bag. And in here is a base for the alcohol stove, which I have in here. And this one is made from a political yard sign, those plastic corrugated ones. And then I have it covered with aluminum foil. It weighs next to nothing, and it makes good insulation to the ground. See what else is in here? Oh, and then I got the mini infernos that come with the kit. Okay, that's all the stuff that I have in the pocket. Okay, in the main part of the bag here, to keep checking, make sure I'm in frame. Sometimes my center photography is lacking. I'm no threat to any of the Hollywood types. A little coffee here too. Okay, and here's the standard 32-ounce stainless steel water bottle that comes with the kit. Still got water, and I probably should empty it out for the season. I don't think I'll be using the kayak until spring when it warms up a little bit and I get some sunshine. Then comes the pot, the stainless steel cook pot. Make sure I'm staying somewhat in frame. Okay, now this is all standard stuff, nothing new there. Now, this is the stuff that I've added from what comes with the kit. I've got a handkerchief here that, you know, a rag to use for whatever, as a pot holder or wipe your hands or wipe something off. Just always nice to have. Okay, then here's kind of where it's different. I'll pull this out. Okay, here is the Pathfinder stove, and what I have underneath that, I have again, gotta move over. There we go. I've got marks on the table. I tend to neglect them. But anyway, here's the stove, stainless steel stove that comes with the Pathfinder cook kit. I've got a scrubby, and in here I have a Trangia alcohol burner. So that's my stove. So got it in a plastic bag just because I like to keep my fuel separated. But yeah, and the thing is I like about this is that with the Trangia you can actually store the fuel in here. So I got enough for fuel in here probably for, you know, probably at least a quart of water to boil. So that way I can just kind of store it all together. I don't need a separate fuel bottle. So I got this mostly also, not so much for survival, like I mentioned in some of my other kits that predecessors to this one. You know, if I wanted like a second cup of coffee or stop for a cup of tea when I was out kayaking, you know, I could pull over and make one. So that's why this is all here. It's not just survival. Of course, then I can put the Trangia on the insulated ground pad, so it would run better. And then of course I can put the stove over the top of that, and there you go. Got the pot, the lid. I'm ready to brew tea or coffee. But anyway, and then what I have here, this is the insulated cup that comes with those Stanley cook kits, those awesome little stainless steel cook kit, and they come with 2 of these cups. So I've repurposed those cups into this kit and a different kit with my 750 milliliter titanium Toke's cook pot kit that I have on another video. If I remember, I'll put a link to that video in the bottom of this one. And then in the bottom of here, I've got smooshed down a couple of tea bags. Like I said before, my my go-to outdoor tea, Constant Comment. It's a black tea with a little bit of orange peel in it. It's really nice. I've been using that since I started backpacking and outdoor stuff. It's just kind of my go-to tea. Now when I smell it, it always brings back memories of being out camping, and you know how that is. And then also I got a little bag of sugar. As I said before, I put a little bit of sugar in my tea, just in this Constant Comment, just to bring out the orange. Otherwise, like all my teas and coffees, normally I just drink them black. So anyway, so yeah, these stuff down on the bottom, and then the Trangia. This is probably the plastic bag is probably unnecessary, but I do it anyway. And who knows, the plastic bag could come in handy. And then that just nests pretty much in here, almost flush. And this all goes in the bottom. Now, as I was saying before, the reason I put the lid in the in the front pocket here was when I originally put it at the bottom, it underneath here in the stove, it made the bottle just set just a little too high in the cook kit, and it kind of interfered with zipping the top up. Or some people, can you see that? Yeah, some people put that lid stuff it in the top of here, and all of that was just kind of got in the way. And this, as you know, in this cook kit, I think when I do the video on that Chinese bottle bag that I bought, I'll bring this one out and compare in size. This one is quite a bit bigger. I think the pouch on that one, the Chinese one, only comes down to about here, and it's not near as big. So this thing, as you can see, has got plenty of room, and I could stuff more stuff. I could actually just put the tea bags up front here and any number of other things too. So like I say, that as you all know, these kits, there's 101 different ways you can load these out and take care of them. And so far, this is what I'm keeping in mind. So I don't know if I'll add other stuff later. I might. Some stuff I don't. I know a lot of the other people will make it like in a 5C kit, or they'll put shelter and all the other stuff on it, kind of as a one package deal. But I also have, like I mentioned before, my fanny pack that I have a bunch of survival items and stuff in that I take with me on the kayak. I'll probably do a video on that just to show you what's in there. But in there I got cordage, and like I said before, a first aid kit and some other odds and ends in that. So I'm prepared. I always go out prepared. Just nothing annoys me more than if I need something and I don't have it. And especially if it's something I could have easily taken with me. So always have a knife, a couple of knives on me, and all that other stuff. So let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to say on this subject? No, that's it. And that's my kit. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, back again. I got to thinking, I got putting this all back together, and I mentioned earlier about why I put the lid in the front pocket, because it made this sit too high, and I'll just show you what I mean here when I put it away. See, when I have the kit, the cook stove with the Stanley cup in the very bottom, and the stove and everything on top. See how high, make sure you can see this, see how high this sets on here. So, if I put the lid in the pocket, it would hit I tried it hits the top. So as you can see, it just barely fits. So that's why I did it that way, because it sets up high. But actually I like it sitting up high, because when I need it, which I usually do, it's easy to get the water bottle out too. So that, works just fine. But yeah, that's why I did that. So anyway, this is the end. I promise. Bye-bye.